boom, laka laka, boom, boom, boom. It's a pterodactyl. We do a lot of dancing. Everybody wants that dance. And you just have to keep moving all the time because you've got 20 kids going, Margaret, 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 Margaret.
At 69, Margaret runs rings around most workers half her age.
I love the children. They are so honest. They just say what they think. I hurt myself and they said, oh, you have to be careful, Margaret. You're really old now. And this little girl said, you're as old as my dad.
She's an amazing educator. She is someone that I look up to. And I suppose work ethic. You know, an older generation has strong work ethics. Younger ones maybe need to learn that.
Okay, close your eyes. Don't peep, okay? Go.
Margaret's been inspiring kids at the same childcare centre for the past 20 years.
I'm old school, so I believe in discipline, structure, manners.
Margaret brings a lot of structure around her educational practice. The younger ones bring, of course, technology. Don't ask Margaret to do technology.
I don't know what's happened. It's just disappeared again.
Margaret's eligible for the age pension, but it wouldn't be enough to live comfortably and allow her to travel. Instead, she chooses to work 5 days a week in a job she loves.
The cost of living has just soared lately, so I think it would be a bit of a struggle, but I'm still fit enough to work 5 days a week, so I'm fine with that.
Childcare is one of several industries struggling to attract qualified staff. National Seniors Australia says a shake-up of the pension system is desperately needed to encourage seniors to fill the shortfall.
We've got a very complicated system where you get rewarded for 1 day's work and punished if you work the second day. So there's no real encouragement to work.
Aussies on the pension are strictly limited in how much money they can earn before their payments are reduced. For every dollar earned, over $490 per fortnight, they lose 50 cents of their pension.
If I work a real lot, the government will take a fair bit of money out.
77-year-old Henry Wadling is one of just 3% of pensioners who work through retirement. Henry spends 2 days a week driving buses and working at the depot. He admits he's a bus freak.
I love buses ever since I was a little kid. Just a hobby, but now I can still play buses, the real ones.
Henry gets so much more from the job than the pay he takes home.
I feel as though I'm contributing to the community by coming to work and taking people from A to B. Hey, Greg. All right, yeah. I like the interaction between my workmates that I've worked with over many years.
Oh, Henry, he's a joy. Always greet you with a smile, always happy. Yeah, he's just part of the family.
A recent survey found 20% of pensioners would consider going back to work if it didn't mean a cut to their pension.
We've got 500,000 job vacancies across Australia, and we've got about 500,000 pensioners who say that they'd be willing to work if we change the system. We'd like to see the government look at the New Zealand system, even if it's just for a trial period.
Across the ditch, 25% of over 65s are on the pension and doing paid work.
Now, a lot of them do it because they don't get penalised the way they do here. And that's because in New Zealand, you simply work and pay income tax. So if you earn more, you just pay more income tax.
It's an idea the Jobs and Skills Summit is taking a closer look at later this week. In a statement to the project, Treasurer Jim Chalmers says, "We are always open to ideas that keep people in the workforce and reward people for their work, including older Australians. But we also need to be careful about the cost."
I think there's a way in which the government can win because they'll get more taxation and the pensioners are going to do better because they'll be able to work and keep more of the money, and business will win because they'll get the workers.
Tireless workers like Margaret Ferrier.
I love my job and I love teaching and I love the children, so that's why I'm here.
It just feels like a no-brainer. And I feel like surely the money would cost to upskill and do all that kind of thing versus just changing the rate of the pension rate of what so that they can work a bit more. Overall, surely that's a better option. And also
compared
for purpose,
to immigration as well, how much does that cost?
I just wonder, and for purpose, you think of how long older people are living now and the purpose you need to function in a happy mental state. And you think of the mental health implications for older people who aren't working, who aren't doing things. It would also be a cost on the government and on our healthcare system. I think this is a beautiful idea.
It comes down to the maths, though, doesn't it? Like you'd want. Because it would depend how quickly the pension tapers off. Or are you saying you would just keep it at that no matter what?
No,
you
just
earn?
you know, you'd have to do the numbers on where the right level is.
Which is, I think, what Chalmers is saying.
Yeah, we're in such a tight spot with jobs at the moment. We need people, and they're there.
I wonder if, at the very least, you could make it for those industries, especially where you need to.
Childcare, nursing, things where
something like that. Maybe
but
that's
you
a
know,
compromise.
it starts off in this decade having this conversation. Next decade, it'll be 90-year-olds forced to work because there won't be an option to
and
stop.
we will do that story, Kate.